Hey sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on your notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I'm saying massive shout out to every one of you for the support you all shower me here with. I am grateful, and you all are super sweet. So there is something that I saw online. I was like, I am definitely bringing it here because I mean some colored people really want to be victims so bad. Actually, this man actually came out and said that there were white slaves during slavery. And I was like, wait, is there something that I am missing out on? Or maybe there is something that I did not learn. I am still a work in progress when it comes to history, right? And when was there ever white slaves? I mean, you mean black people were whooping and instructing colored people? I mean, when did that ever happen? And then he went further to say that even during that slavery, that black people were earning better than Irish. So during slavery, black people were also paid, and while they were also slaves, and the Irish people were also slaves, black people also earned better than Irish during slavery. And then I am all confused because I don't know where all this work are coming from and all that. I mean, sometimes if you really want to argue on something, make sure you come up correct, make sure you know what you're saying, so that people can also, like, give us where you get all you're saying from, so we can also go there and find out. And a lot of people actually, like, in the comment section were like, this really shows how they want to be the victim so bad, and that is just on period. I am gonna roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. So straight up, let's.
Why do you people keep fucking with me? This is Blaine. Blaine's a nerd. Blaine also believes in white slaves. See, Blaine likes to play the whataboutism game. What about white slaves? And where Blaine put this comment at, this one right here, was on a video where Martin Luther King was talking. So, obviously, if it's not the whitewashed, bleached bones of Martin Luther King, we don't really need to hear it. Oh my God, he made more than one speech, and it wasn't about black kids and white kids playing on a mountain? Oh my God, really? But let's take a real good look at Blaine, shall we? Let's take a good look at Blaine. Now, this is Blaine. Again, he's talking about the space race. Blaine, one of the people that helped with the space race was a black woman. I know. You had a fantasy. It was all white men that got us to space. And none of them look like you, Blaine. None of them look like you. Not a one. Not a single one. But hold up. Wait a minute. Like I said, Blaine's a nerd. But you know the funny thing about Blaine? He's a racist nerd. How do you do that, Blaine? I mean, you have anime characters on your shirt, so, do you picture them as white characters, Blaine? Do you do that? Is that what you do? Is that what you do? Oh, Blaine. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna fucking learn. When I say I'm in a bad mood, leave me the fuck alone. But, Okay, Blaine. Let's have a talk, shall we? So Blaine wants us to remember the white slaves. Blaine, they're called indentured servants. I understand you look like, that sixth grade. You were like, I can't do it, man. 5 years of this shit, I can't make it. It's not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to do it, Captain. I'm not gonna be able to do it. But had you gotten past that 6th grade year, you would have understood the idea of indentured servants. That means people that look just like you, Blaine, didn't pay their fucking bills. And they owed somebody some money. And the only way they were going to pay it off is to work it off. But see, the difference between indentured servants and enslaved people, Blaine, is that eventually, once that debt was paid, they were free to go. Or hang around, you know. We'll give them some shekels, some pennies and biscuits, some tots and chairs, or thoughts and prayers, or whatever the fuck. That was indentured servants, Blaine. Why? You know what? This is what I don't understand. See, guys like Blaine seem to believe that if they just work hard, slugger, they will be amongst the elite in this world. Rich white men. And what people like Blaine don't understand is, hey, stupid, the fact that you're calling them white slaves was given to you. Because they were Irish and European and German and what have you before they came to America and got them some whiteness. Blaine, this is white. Ooh, it's white. You ever see anybody this color? And no, the wrestler Sheamus does not count. Ooh. But you wouldn't understand that, Blaine, because that is above your, what do I say, mental capacity, and then I'll leave it alone. It's completely against it. You obviously don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Blaine, because you're an uneducated man. And it's okay to be uneducated. I mean, you know, shit happens. You kind of, you know, not all there. I get it. I understand it. Makes sense. What doesn't make sense to me, Blaine, is how confident you are. See, I don't mind an uneducated, ignorant person. I genuinely don't. But what we have nowadays, thanks to Orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto Man, who just discovered U.S., it's us and it's United States. Woo! Is your confidence. Your confidence is what bothers me, Blaine. No one, it's like that Kanye West song, only in reverse. No one man should have all that power. No dumb man should be this fucking confident. White slaves! And then scholars, historians, and people that actually read a book or four come up and say, no, those were indentured servants. And then you're like, oh. See, what you want, Blaine, is you want that revisionist history to stick, and we won't allow it. We won't. No, there will never come a time where you will be able to teach my grandkids and their descendants that slavery was a bunch of white people that got their ass whooped by a bunch of black folks who, for whatever reason, were here. That's not going to happen. You will never hear the story. Actually, you will once I finish writing out the script for Stems, the reverse roots, and cast the entire cast. You will have your fantasy. It will be white people under the brutal lash of these black folks. Gonna see Miss Liza. Gonna go to Mississippi. You will finally get your fantasy. Or you could watch the movie White Man's Burden, featuring John Travolta and Harry Belafonte. Don't ask me how the fuck that happened, but you could watch it. And then you could relive your fantasy, Blaine. But around here, See, history is what the fuck it is, Blaine. And just because you don't like it does not mean that we ain't gonna talk about it. Sorry. Fresh out of tots and chairs here, buddy. Fresh out. But it's okay, Blaine. See, it's okay. See, Google is free. I know it scares you because it has letters in it. How many times did you call it Google Girl? How many times, Blaine? Google Girl. Google Girl. It's Google, but how many times did you call it Google Girl? Told the wife, hey, look on the Google Girl and tell me how much this Batman figure is worth. Blaine, let me help you understand something. This is a battle of wits. This is a battle of intelligence. And right now, you are walking into this bitch buck ass with no armor against someone who has advertised himself as the asshole of the story. Oh, I'm sorry, the villain of the story. Which means no matter what you think, I'm going to disagree with you. But the difference is only one of the two of us can back up what the fuck we're saying, Blaine. Blaine, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Stick to making models. Okay? Stick to buying anime shit. Stick to buying shit from Batman, the animated series. Stick to that. Stay out of history and stay out of public affairs. When you hear a speech from Martin Luther King that doesn't match with your, I thought he ended slavery. I thought he made the speech and got shot. When it comes to shit like that, Blaine, stay in your lane. And your lane is the bike lane. I have a fucking Ferrari Testarossa. I will burn your ass to sleep. I will drive past you so fucking fast, I will cut that mullet you have on your head. This is a battle of which you cannot win, Blaine. But now everybody gets a chance to see you. And I didn't even talk about them teeth. Them teeth are fighting a civil war, aren't they? They just in there, the top teeth want to be free, the bottom teeth want to be enslaved. I ain't even talk about them. Blaine, stop tapping on the villain's shoulder. You're not going to like how it ends. Okay?
This is all I got for this video. Sincerely speaking, I was dying of laughter. He really, I don't know what to say about that. He nailed it. I just love the way, that comic voice was really very great. And now let me start by saying, why do pop color people want to be so, why do they want to be victims so bad? Because he started by saying, it looks like there is something I do not understand or I do not know when it comes to history. I know I don't know all. But one thing I know for sure is that there were never white slaves. Right? And then he ended up saying that that blacks were paid better than us Irish, right? Were slaves ever paid? It looks like every damn day they are looking for a way to change this history. And make it suit them, and they also want to be victims so bad. I didn't understand really, because there were no white slaves ever, and they were indentures, right? Indentured servants, and they had to pay off their debts in form of servitude. Once they pay off, they were free. So what exactly is he talking about? And were any slave ever paid? There was no slave that was ever paid. And it is really crazy how they wake up most times to gaslight themselves and say things they do not know, because they really want to defend themselves and defend that black people were not only the slaves back then, also white people were also slaves, and also the black people were paid. When were they ever paid? I never heard of white slave before. I'm just hearing it for the first time from this Irish man. And I love the fact that the brilliant Thomas really put him in his place, and I am sure he will never for a day come back to say something like this. They should always do, if you want to come to if you want to come at somebody, you should come well researched, right? Google is your friend. You can do all the research you need to do and stop coming out here to show how dumb you are, and then make black people look like they are the bad ones and you are the good one. Because that's how I feel. Black people were the ones that enslaved us. How did it happen? When did it happen? When did it happen? Where did it happen? So yeah, I basically do not want to even waste a lot of my time on him and all that, but they can at the same time, before you start coming to gaslight black people, make sure you are coming correct, because it doesn't make any sense coming to argue what you know nothing about. I mean, that makes you even dumber. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.